What's up, dude?
Clickety clackety.
Killy clackety.
What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
Well, we survived the hurricane. That's good.
Yeah. If you count that as surviving, that's like running away from an encounter.
Yeah, basically, we got really lucky. Shame for the people in Houston. But yeah, here we got really, really lucky. No hurricane damage. We had more damage with regular rain in the preceding weeks.
Yeah. Anyway, we are back again with another update video. This time around, we will be talking about the Ranger.
Yes.
And
Before I forget. Hi, I'm Eddie.
I'm Eugene. And we are the Middle-Aged Barbarians.
And yeah, we will talk about the Ranger a little bit.
All right. So now, they've been saying that there were these two classes that they were going to give a big old overhaul to. The first one being our buddy the Ranger.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the video? Did you like it?
The video about the Ranger? Well, I read the articles, and I mean, Rangers were never really my jam, but from what I see, it's similar to what I've been saying. It's more versatility, but I feel it's kind of underpowered. I don't know if that makes sense. In contrast with the other classes, I feel like their things are a little bit, I don't know, probably they were overpowered before, and trying to balancing them.
I'd have to disagree with you there. I think that the Ranger was really just kind of boring before, and I think now they're giving a little bit more of a competitive edge, at least in the combat section.
Oh, okay. Do tell, because I mean that's my perception, and I might be wrong.
No, that's cool. They did a lot of changes to the core class. I have my little notes right here, as you can tell. Just like general things, they changed the favorite enemy aspect. I don't know if you remember, it was kind of like, yes, you know how to track and how to hunt and certain types of enemies. With my new group of players, one of them has been using a Ranger, and we really haven't been using that power too much because it's not tailor-crafted to his Ranger.
Yeah, because as the DM has to put the correct foes in front of you, otherwise
it's not going
to
work.
Does nothing.
So here they changed it a little bit, and they're letting them use, which is a pretty cool ability that they had called Hunter's Mark, and then that's going to be like their default ability throughout all the advancement of the core class. They're always going to have it prepared. It's going to be like a free cast. And it's going to be the base of a couple other stuff later on, yeah. Okay,
so that basically, 100 marks basically works like you signal somebody and that's your mark.
Yeah, remember when you used to challenge opponents in fourth?
Yeah, that.
Something like that.
Yeah. I immediately came to me, yeah. It's like the challenge and you go for it and
you have advantage, and they have like certain abilities later on that you can add on to it.
You also get kind of skill bonuses for that and so forth, right?
In other parts of their things, they have skill bonuses and stuff. The Ranger is all the martial classes will be getting weapon mastery for certain things. Level 2, they'll get their fighting style choices back.
Like archery or two-handed, or
I think they mentioned it's not going to be as like broad as the fighters options, but they're going to have quite a few. For example, said Ranger in my noob, he has the archery ability, and he rolled really high and he put that straight in the dex. So my guy has like a +8 to attack with his proficiency, his skill modifier, and the archery. And it's like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to
mess with that. Yeah, that reminds me of a campaign that was ruined by an archer that he didn't let the evil guy flee. The arrows,
they flew true.
They went through and nothing I could do. So yeah, everything fell apart.
Yeah, so they get that at level 2. They get the Deft Explorer, which is a rework from Tasha's, again, new to the core book. And they get like expertise and a couple of Ranger skills as well. Again, trying to give them perks in and out of combat. It
seems like the fantasy is more than trying to be Legolas or something like that, more being like a bounty hunter of sorts.
I guess there's the different subclasses were kind of cool, but we can get to that later.
Well, you forgot spellcasting, which is kind of my main thing.
They get spellcasting. Wait, I wrote that down somewhere.
Yeah, they get it at first level instead of second level.
That's great.
That's good, because I think that's also a new philosophy. They wanted to give all the important abilities since the beginning. So you as a new player don't get something.
Yes, you're right. I'm right. I forgot that. They also mentioned they have a bigger spell list. My handwriting is atrocious. I do
Yes,
work
I
at a
know.
hospital. I got that doctor handwriting. And after a long rest, they can change a spell. Again, we've been noticing a lot of
Versatility is the name of the game now.
versatility, diversity, and I can only hope that the cleric will have access to
Stuff like that.
wishy-washiness as well.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
So, I mean, they have only like memorized spells that they can switch at a rest. We'll see. Well, hopefully.
yeah, they'll do something like that, or maybe something with the powers, or I don't know. Well, usually don't. Yeah,
We'll see how they work with their channel divinity and all that, because I know the paladin was reworked, so they'll have to see
Yeah.
what they do with the cleric. But this is not about the cleric, my friend. We are speaking about the ranger.
Yes,
I am
indeed
sorry
we
for
are.
diverting the conversation. 10th level, they get an ability called... Oh, wait, I went all the way to 10th. Let's go back to 6. They get roving. I guess they get a burst of speed. They get climb and swim.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
cool,
like
I guess.
the best trackers in the game. That's basically the idea.
Yeah. 10th level, they get tireless, where they can gain temporary hit points a day, and after a short rest, they can lose a level of exhaustion, which is actually pretty good. In that same group, I have a barbarian who picked the berserker subclass from the original 2014, and he doesn't want to use his abilities because
He's
he
afraid
got
of
exhaustion. So he's like, I don't want to do this. So he's basically just like,
A bad fighter.
yeah, and he's not enjoying the class because of those stipulations. So I guess this is kind of cool for the ranger. I don't know how many things would give a ranger exhaustion, but I guess there's...
Yeah, I mean, if we're following what it seems to be made for, is you're gonna try to run and catch up with an opponent, and maybe do too much movement.
Or maybe if your group is like really hard into like the actual survival element of the game, then that'll be a big bonus for them.
Yeah.
Level 13, Hunter's Mark gets an improvement. The damage received does not break concentration because it is a spell. 14, Nurturing Veil that can become invisible, not hide, by some sort of supernatural camouflage.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think they get a couple things later on. Advantage on attack versus their marks. Another upgrade to Hunter's Mark at level 17. At 18, Blind Sight for 30 feet. And then at 20th level, Hunter's Mark goes up to die 10.
Yeah, I heard that has been not that well received, that die 10.
Yeah, at level 20? I don't know. I mean, how much is a die 10 really?
Yes, it's, I mean, still well, doesn't matter. You're still kind of like the predator. That's also what it reminds me of.
The Predator?
The predator, yeah. It's kind of that combatant, single combatant that follows you to the ends of the earth. That's basically your ranger now.
That's kind of cool. I mean, they mentioned four subclasses: the Hunter, the Beastmaster, the Gloomstalker, and the Fey Wanderer. Again, noticing certain patterns. They are adding options for Fey, and they're adding options for like the Underdark, for a bunch of the different classes.
And druidic, I'm guessing that druidic sort of thing, or companion with the Beastmaster, right?
Yeah, the Beastmaster, they mentioned, has a union with the Primal Beast. You can command the beast with a bonus action. It reminds me of the actual movie, Beastmaster.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm sure that's the whole point of the name.
Yeah, I will not call it a good movie, but a very, very fun movie.
Interesting is they're making a whole new set of stat blocks for the animal companions. It's not the actual.
It's not like an animal from the
monsters.
monster manual.
It'll have its own certain stats and abilities and stuff. And again, wishy-washiness is what I'm calling it. I guess they can change their beast. Well, I was wondering if they can change their beast whenever they want. And as they progress, they can give out better commands. They can share spells with a companion, and even share the Hunter's Mark, I think they mentioned.
Oh, that's interesting.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. From there, we can go to the Fey Wanderer. Again, this is a brand new from Tasha's. And, I mean, it has bonus versus Charmed and Frightened. It has extra spells prepared.
Probably some illusion magic or something.
Psychic damage. They add psychic damage to a bunch of other things. They can beguile others. What else did I write? Oh, and they get Misty Step somewhere along the way because Fey.
Fey, yes.
Yeah. Gloomstalker.
He's the Underdark one.
Yes, the Shadow Fell, and this is a new edition from Xanathar's. And they get a couple of interesting things. I mean, it sounds like a darker, more accustomed to being in low light situations, more like psychic defenses, used to being with I don't know, like Elithids and.
Yeah, sort of multi-class psionic sort of thing.
Well, it's like, it reminds me of there's a rogue subclass. I'm forgetting the name right now, but they're also
Sort of psionic.
yeah, they're going with that hard theme. So and they did, I think, too with the warlock, and they did it with the rogue, and they did
with
it
the
with
fighter, yes.
So I don't know. And the last one, which is the Vanilla Boys, our good old hunter.
Like
It's
Dog the Bounty
remaxed.
Hunter.
They get Hunter's lore, which is actually, I guess, a little more interesting because they'll get more information like weaknesses, immunities, and stuff like that. Remember enemy skill from Final Fantasy?
Yeah, that.
That kind of like that. That's what it reminded me of a bit.
Do they get the cool mullet? The cool bounty hunter mullet? as
They
part of
could. It gives you a plus nothing to charisma, I guess. I don't know.
Sunglasses.
So, I mean, all in all, I don't know. You had read around that it wasn't as powerful, maybe? Is that what you were saying?
That's the feeling that I got compared to the other versions, but maybe it's that sort of thing that I don't get the synergy until I really play it and see how it works with the whole other rules, because obviously when you judge this with just based on the changes from 2014, well, the whole system changed a little bit. So maybe the rest of the changes in the Ranger work way better with the new rules.
Yeah. I mean, my constant worry throughout all these changes, and it has to do with all these options and weapon masteries and abilities and stuff, is it's going to... I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it is, and I'll probably say this again, going to slow down combat, which is already slow enough, unless you have like a really agile way of making it happen.
Well, I've heard, I read somewhere, I'm not sure, that they expected combat to last like 3 to 4 rounds.
Yeah, 3 or 4 rounds, but that you're talking at least 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
in real time.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember combats that we did like for 20 rounds or so.
And if you go into the old, it's like, what do? I attack. Okay, that's your option. I attack, I move, I attack, I move, I attack. A little bit more boring, but probably a little faster paced.
Yeah,
I attack and then my weapon trips, but then I have an ability that I transport and then I move and then I hunt and then I mark this other thing and then I do a little backflip and then I...
Yeah, that looks very...
It's very cinematic, but everybody else I can imagine at the table just like rolling their eyes like, oh my God, is it my turn yet? Can I go?
Yeah, I'm the wizard. I'm going to do Fireball.
But anyway, I guess let us know what you think about the Ranger class.
What would you think would be a better capstone ability or more thematic capstone ability? That's something that I would like to hear, because that's a complaint that the 20th level ability is like too blah.
But they get an epic boon at level 19. It's an epic feat. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll mess around and see if it's interesting or not. And yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think. Like Eddie says, what a good capstone ability would be, or if something different. What am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Well, to follow us, like, subscribe, all that jazz.
Yeah, like, subscribe. You can follow us in the description. We have links to the Discord. You can want to come chit chat with us directly. You can come by. You can follow us on Instagram, and I think we're even going to start TikTok. We're going to have to do some TikTok videos later today.
Well, until it gets banned in the US, I guess.
Fine by me. Anyway, all right. So we'll see you all next episode.
And remember, as always,
Raid responsibly.